purchased. So you have to buy 10 tickets to get 1 ticket to the Fever, and the price won't be more than 10 tickets. They are only confirming that the price will not be, and I'm not joking when I say this, all they have confirmed is that the price will not be more than 10 times higher than the price of...
A'ja Wilson and Angel Reese have been shook after rival teams have decided not to include Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever in their ticket packages.
Do we have any idea how to talk about this sport? Do we have any idea how to talk about women in this capacity?
There's an accountability that I think those of us that have been in it are asking for from folks that I don't know if they are as mindful in their sports discussions because of the makeup.
Do we have any idea how to talk about this sport? Do we have any idea how to talk about women in this capacity? There's an accountability that I think those of us that have been in it are asking for from folks that I don't know if they are as mindful in their sports discussions because of the makeup.
So lads, I'm going to be honest. What the Lynx have done with the Fever's tickets is mental. It is absolutely mental. And not only that, like, it's actually a little bit worse than we thought. I'm not going to say like it's the biggest 100% deal breaker thing in the world, that other teams won't do it and that it's like something that's going to ruin the WNBA. But I'm just going to say this right now, like, this is worse than we thought.
In a surprising twist that is setting the WNBA abuzz, several rival teams have opted not to include the Indiana Fever or their star player Caitlin Clark in their promotional ticket packages. Instead, they are focusing on powerhouse teams like the Las Vegas Aces and the Chicago Sky.
You and Kelsey. You and Kelsey. Y'all the only ones up there with bottles.
Yeah. I feel like this championship, we equally were told.
Yeah,
we was like, nah, this the one, we gotta let it loose.
Yeah.
And I felt like last year was kind of, I was on the slippery slope last year. But this year, everybody was toe up.
This unexpected move speaks volumes about the evolving dynamics of the league and sheds light on who the true stars might be when teams craft their ticket packages. They aim to attract fans by showcasing matchups with the most thrilling and marketable teams. The Las Vegas Aces, featuring prominent players such as A'ja Wilson and Kelsey Plum, have long been a favorite due to their dominance on the court and engaging fan base. But it's clear to see that the fans want to see Caitlin Clark.
There's been no player in my time of paying attention to women's basketball that has been more polarizing than Caitlin Clark. She was named Times 2024 Athlete of the Year, which I think is well deserved for what she did in the college game and then bringing it to the WNBA.
However, the exclusion of Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever from these packages is raising eyebrows. Clark, known for her incredible scoring ability and electrifying performances, has become a fan favorite and a rising star in the league. Her exclusion suggests a narrative shift that might not be immediately apparent to the casual observer, but is incredibly telling for those closely following the WNBA. The decision not to include Clark and the Fever could be interpreted in several ways. For some, it might reflect the broader perception of the Fever's current competitive standing. Despite Clark's brilliance, the team's overall performance has not been as strong as some of the league's top contenders. Fans often gravitate towards games where they anticipate high stakes and competitive matchups, which might influence these packaging decisions. On the other hand, this move could unintentionally highlight Clark's star power by excluding her from these high-profile packages. Rival teams might underestimate her growing influence and appeal. Caitlin Clark has been a sensation since her college days, known for her deep three-pointers, court vision, and ability to take over games single-handedly.
Revealed their season ticket package, and one team seemed to be left off the list. One team seemed to be exonerated from being part of a package deal. One team, and that team in particular, the Indiana Fever. Folks, let's take a look at this season package right here. You got the Lake package, you got the Aurora package, and if you pay attention closely, you can see the Wings, the Sparks, the Sun, the Mercury, the Liberty. Shoot, you can even see the Chicago Sky. You can see every team part of these season ticket packages except for the Indiana Fever, because That is the hottest ticket in the game, the hottest ticket in the WNBA, the hottest ticket in women's sport.
However, it also sets the stage for Clark to emerge as the league's true star, building her brand and fan following through organic growth and undeniable talent rather than manufactured hype. Moreover, this scenario presents a compelling narrative. Caitlin Clark, the overlooked dynamo, gradually cementing her status as the real star of the WNBA as she continues to showcase her skills and drive her team forward. The narrative could shift, compelling teams to reconsider their ticket package strategies in the future. Essentially, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever's current emission from these promotional packages may enhance rather than lessen her star power. It creates a compelling plot in which Clark's performances might end up being the primary factor driving fan demand for Indiana Fever tickets, ultimately compelling other teams to acknowledge her influence. It will be interesting to watch how this choice develops during the season, and whether it unintentionally helps Caitlin Clark reach even higher WNBA heights.
I like Caitlin Clark. I'm going to say that before I start sounding like a fucking super hater, because I wasn't even having this tone even a week or two ago. Because I've been big, like Caitlin Clark's a flamethrower. She does remind me of like a Steph Curry type. She's very, very dynamic. She's great for the game. I'm glad that her popularity is growing the game in the way that it is. And I think most of this is not her.
A'ja Wilson, one of the most prominent figures in the WNBA, recently made headlines by setting her speaking fees $10,000 higher than those of Caitlin Clark. This bold move was perceived as an attempt to assert her dominance and marketability in the basketball world, suggesting that she believed she was the one fans truly wanted to see and hear from. However, this narrative is being challenged by an intriguing development within the league that might indicate otherwise. Despite Wilson's impressive on-court performance and significant public presence, a deeper look at fan engagement and merchandise sales tells a different story. The Las Vegas Aces, Wilson's team, has indeed been a powerhouse in the WNBA, but their popularity appears to hinge on more than just Wilson's star power.
Now, last week, A'ja Wilson found herself in a situation involving Caitlin Clark again. But now this week, she's talking about, she's charging $100K for speaking events, and fans is like, shrugging? Since when? And you only doing this because of Caitlin.
Wilson's situation highlights a fascinating dynamic in professional sports where the perceived marketability of a player does not always align with fan preferences. Her attempt to position herself as the primary draw for fans through higher speaking fees contrasts sharply with the actual sales figures and fan engagement metrics that suggest a more nuanced reality. It's a reminder that the relationship between athletes and their audiences is complex and multifaceted. Moreover, this scenario also speaks volumes about the shifting dynamics within the WNBA and the sports industry. It underscores the importance of team cohesion and the role of every player, not just the superstars, in shaping the fan experience. The sale of Kate Martin's jerseys, despite her not being the most visible player on the court, reflects the broader appeal of the team and the emotional connections fans form with different players for various reasons.
I feel really grateful to be in the position I'm in, and I honestly did not expect to have any fans when I came here. I had no expectations in that sort of way, and I think fans liked that. I don't know. I don't really get it, honestly. If I'm being honest, at the end of the day, I don't get it, but I feel super grateful for it. And so it gives me a little bit of confidence. It makes me feel good when I hear the fans cheer for me when I'm checking in. So I really.
While A'ja Wilson's talents and contributions to the WNBA are undeniable, the narrative surrounding her marketability and fan appeal might need reconsideration. The recent trends in jersey sales and fan engagement indicate that the WNBA's appeal extends beyond its top stars to include diverse players who each bring unique elements to the game and the fan experience. This shift in fan dynamics suggests that the league's future may rely on embracing and promoting the collective efforts of all its players rather than focusing solely on a select few. In the ever-evolving world of the WNBA, the importance of certain players extends far beyond their on-court performance. One such player making waves is Caitlin Clark, whose impact on the league has reached a level that rivals acknowledge as crucial. As the Indiana Fever games gain traction, it's becoming increasingly evident that Caitlin Clark is the true star of the show. Her impact on and off the court has resulted in what is now often known As the Caitlin Clark effect, the importance of Indiana Fever games, particularly while Caitlin Clark is playing, has become clear to other teams. Fans from all around the country come to watch these games because of the tremendous increase in enthusiasm and viewership. This increase in attention isn't just a coincidence. Clark's captivating play and personality are the main causes. She is a must-watch player and a key character in the league story because of her unmatched ability to enthrall viewers.
Mention the Caitlin Clark effect. What does that mean to you?
What a incredible human being she is. Not only does she represent Iowa, but she represents women's basketball. She represents women's sports.
She's becoming an iconic figure, like a Michael Jordan, like a Tiger Woods, like a Serena Williams. Nike just invested in her $28 million, which I think should be way more.
To be able to carry the pressure of always being on, always being ready, always having to say the right thing, and making sure that like you're as delicate as possible, trying to come across as like not only a great person, but
the statistics don't lie. Whenever Caitlin Clark steps onto the court, the viewership numbers follow. Fans tune in not just to support the Indiana Fever, but to witness Clark's brilliance in action. Her scoring prowess, court vision, and leadership qualities transform every game into a spectacle. This undeniable draw has forced rival teams to reconsider their strategies, recognizing the financial implications of her influence. The attention she garners translates into substantial revenue from ticket sales to merchandise and even broadcast deals. The Caitlin Clark effect isn't just a buzzword, it's a tangible force reshaping the WNBA's landscape. Rival teams are acutely aware of the economic boost that comes with her presence. Ignoring Clark's impact would be a costly mistake, leading to significant financial losses. This realization has prompted teams to ensure that their matchups with the Indiana Fever are prominently featured and marketed. It's a testament to how integral Clark has become to the league's success. The acknowledgement of Clark's significance by rival teams is a clear indicator of her star power. It's rare for opposing teams to openly concede the importance of a single player to the extent they have with Clark. This respect underscores the fear of missing out on the economic benefits she brings to the table. The decision to spotlight Indiana Fever games when Clark is playing is a strategic move to harness the buzz she generates.
Caitlin Clark.
The one that's been shooting hella.
She broke the record for men and women in NCAA basketball.
Really?
That's crazy. 67,000 points or some shit like that. Wow. It was held since like the 60s, and she broke it. So she's just been dunking and not dunking.
Wait, how many points did you say?
She's
67,000.
Sinking them.
67,000 points in her college career.
Yeah, wow, I think it's like 66,000 something, but yeah.
Didn't she just get a sick ass 5-figure deal?
Moreover, the Caitlin Clark effect showcases the evolving dynamics of the WNBA in a league where teamwork is paramount. The rise of a singular star who can influence the league's fortunes is both rare and remarkable. Clark's ability to consistently draw attention and deliver performances that exceed expectations sets her apart. This phenomenon illustrates the power of individual brilliance in a team sport, a narrative that fuels both fan engagement and media coverage as rival teams continue to adapt to the Caitlin Clark effect. The WNBA's landscape is poised for transformation. The increased focus on Indiana Fever games is a precursor to broader changes in how the league markets its stars and structures its broadcasts. Clark's rising profile paves the way for more personalized marketing strategies, potentially shifting the balance of power within the league's commercial framework. The economic implications of the Cait Clark effect are profound as teams and sponsors align themselves with her brand. The financial ecosystem of the WNBA expands. This ripple effect benefits not just the Indiana Fever, but the entire league. More eyes on the games mean more opportunities for sponsorships, advertising, and overall growth. Clark's influence acts as a catalyst, accelerating the WNBA's journey toward greater visibility and profitability.
We read Time magazine where Caitlin Clark was named Athlete of the Year. Why couldn't they have put the whole WNBA on that cover and said the WNBA is the league of the year because of all the talent that we have? Because when you just keep singling out one player, it creates hard feelings. And so now you're starting to hear stories of racism within the WNBA, and I don't want to hear that.
Okay, so Time Magazine did one time give Athlete of the Year to a team, and it was to the U.S. women's soccer team when they won the World Cup. It was pretty fun, pretty cool, very out of the box, but a lot of people think it was kind of weird that a team won Athlete of the Year, and they didn't do it.
However, it also sets the stage for Clark to emerge as the league's true star, building her brand and fan following through organic growth and undeniable talent rather than manufactured hype. Moreover, this scenario presents a compelling narrative. Caitlin Clark, the overlooked dynamo, gradually cementing her status as the real star of the WNBA as she continues to showcase her skills and drive her team forward. The narrative could shift, compelling teams to reconsider their ticket package strategies in the future. Essentially, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever's current emission from these promotional packages may enhance rather than lessen her star power. It creates a compelling plot in which Clark's performances might end up being the primary factor driving fan demand for Indiana Fever tickets, ultimately compelling other teams to acknowledge her influence. It will be interesting to watch how this choice develops during the season, and whether it unintentionally helps Caitlin Clark reach even